Guys, this is Gerald, and I wanted to go ahead and do a video real fast. This video is entitled Amazon, eBay, Real Estate. And so my real estate journey actually started back in 1996. You know, I had purchased my first piece of rental property, and then a couple years later I had purchased my second piece of rental property, and then after that I had fallen victim to foreclosure. And the biggest reason behind that was not greed, it was lack of mentorship and that type of thing. And so I knew what I was doing to an extent. Back in those days, well, fast forward, you know, it was April 2004 is when I first got my real estate license in Southern California. And so we did something referred to as the MLS, and it was I believe the internet was like in its infancy or just fairly young. People didn't have as much access as they do now. And you, back in the days, even before 2004, what you had was you had MLS in the form of books. In other words, it wasn't online. It was just, you know, this book, this quote unquote secret book that real estate agents had that were listings, that if you wanted to know what listing was available, it was this book, and you had to go ahead and go directly through an agent. Those days are done. You know, it's nowadays in 2018, the consumer has as much access, almost as much access as the real estate agent. If you want a house that you're interested in, you as a consumer can go ahead, look online, find the house. You call the agent to come meet you at the house. Pretty much what you would need is the agent to go ahead and fill out the documentation and that type of thing. And there's very few, I'm not knocking real estate agents, but there's very few that actually provide value when it comes to the entire real estate agent experience. And what I want to talk today about is, so for years, you know, I've always dabbled and done pretty well on eBay, you know, where people go ahead and go online, point, click, order. I get the money, they get the product, 3-4 days later, everybody's happy. Amazon, their model is very similar. And Amazon actually, as we all know, is a beast right now. Amazon, I remember looking at a picture, and Mr. Jeff Bezos, he had a desk that had the words Amazon written on the wall, and it was a desk with a computer close to a wall, I guess in his apartment or his house at the time. And this picture is maybe like 18, 19 years old. And it's interesting. He goes from that to now he's worth, I don't know, 80, 90 billion dollars, something crazy. But when you go to Amazon, it's more of a trusted community than eBay. They've made it more and more secure. The experience is actually pretty user friendly. And so you go ahead and you go to Amazon, point, click, order, and in several days you go ahead and you get your product. The day that's coming, you know, now you have sites like For Sale by Owner. Obviously you have Realtor.com, which pretty much most MLS systems drip into Realtor.com. Zillow, Trulia, and that type of thing. So what you're going to have that is coming, it's coming. And I'm not going to say soon, and I'm not going to say that they are moving the real estate agent role and pretty much it will be extinct. I'm not going to say that. I am going to say that in future times to come, that is going to dwindle down. You know, the need for a real estate agent is going to become less and less. What's stopping technology and life and time from creating and making an app to service all your needs? That technology is here. I'm seeing more and more people who are buying a piece of property online, getting emailed instructions, letting them know that the property title will be ran, property will close, escrow instructions, here's a title company's phone number, or email address, or whatever it is. I'm seeing this process more and more done online. And agents, as well as cashiers, you know, much like cashiers at like a Walmart or whatever that is, are being replaced by what? By technology. A lot of these land deals that are coming about, you know, the whole wholesaling aspect of not just land, but the wholesaling aspect of real estate is changing. You'll be able to go ahead and utilize websites like MoonClerk. This is not a plug for MoonClerk or anything like that. I'm not an affiliate. Which is a payment processing system where if somebody wants a property, you'll go ahead and you'll set a link up in your website. They'll be able to go ahead, point, click, order. The money will be held in an escrow in 5 days. You'll be able to go ahead and get their information, get them to sign the contract, either turn that contract over to a title company or a closing agent, or close the deal yourself. You go ahead, you get the notary, and you set the notary up for like $40, $50. They go ahead, they go to the seller's property, get the property recorded, get the property transferred from the seller's name to the new buyer's name. You get the documentation back, you contact the city, pay the fee to have the property recorded, and now that's done. That's happened quite a bit with doing land deals. That's going to happen more and more doing homes. It's just life. And people are utilizing technology more and more these days. I'm going to put a link in the description for a store that's going to be opening tomorrow. It's the Amazon Go store. And it's been in beta testing for like a year. Look at the technology and what's going on there. One of the comments was like, goodbye, Walmart. I don't know if it's goodbye, but definitely you're starting to see some shifts that are going on. Why? Because the consumer is saying, hey, look, we will choose speed and convenience over price. And technology bridges the gap between those worlds. There is something that is going on between physical real estate and virtual real estate. Those two worlds will begin to marry one another. When that happens, and when that becomes a super user-friendly process, the real estate agent's position or role, whatever that is, will begin to dwindle down even more. It's just the world in which we live in. I'm probably going to get either some negative comments or whatever that is, but you're starting to see some things that are different. Right now, I can get information from sites like RealQuest Pro, CoreLogic, and it's the same stuff that the agent gets pretty much. I can get great comps, which is the biggest thing that we need. We can get so many things. Everybody has access to the internet. That's what I'm saying. The internet has changed the role and the position of the real estate agent. It's helped, but it's also, in a sense, kind of hurt. Because now people have the same access that the agent does in a lot of different things. I remember when it first came out, I was like, this is not fair. But you know what? It's life. It is what it is. And so you either adapt or you begin to switch roles as an agent. So how do I see an agent positioning themselves as time goes on? if business begins to dwindle away and being taken care of them, I would say begin to exercise your real estate investing muscles. Become an acquisition specialist. With the monies that you've made, the income that you've made, the real, I'm going to be honest, is I never really understood why most agents don't buy property. Even when I first started, I never understood that. Why just sell it? Why not buy this beautiful product that we have? We have access to. People own it. They either rent it, they worship in it, they live in it. We play in it. We play on it. Acquire it. Buy it. That's how you position yourself for 2018 and beyond. I'm telling you, technology it's not that it's scary. You just have to know about it and utilize it. Utilize it to your advantage. You'll win. You will. So the thing that I see when I titled this Amazon, eBay, real estate, is that real estate will become one day as simple a process as eBay and Amazon. You all have done it before, where you've gone ahead and ordered something online. Doesn't even have to be those two stores. I'm just picking two big stores. Doesn't even have to be those two. You've ordered something online, and in 3 to 4 days, 5 days, it's delivered to you. What's stopping real estate from doing that? It's happening now. I know so many people closing their own deals. Right? They're pulling their own title. They're running their own title checks. They're contacting the city, recording the documentation themselves. It's going to be the way it is. I don't know the role of the position of a real estate agent. It probably would be more of a facilitator role or something like that. I don't know. And I'm not going to say it's happening within the next 5 years, but trust and believe that situation is changing. And I begin to look at it like, well, wait a minute. What's stopping that virtual world from really just taking over this real estate process with a lot of these people who are for sale by owner who actually own the property? Think about it. You as an agent, you're dealing with people who own real estate. Own it. Buy it. I'm telling you. It's the way of the world. The accumulation of wealth really is a powerful vehicle. I'm just saying, I'm seeing a bridging of the gap between technology and the physical real estate, and it's coming. It's actually already here. It's a matter of time before somebody develops an app or something along those lines that actually bridges the gap and doesn't make it like you got for sale by owner over here. And then, like, I remember back in the days we had I used to post on this website called Postlets. Well, Postlets went away, and I'll go ahead and I'll post I just acquired some land. I just posted that on Zillow, and I go ahead and I get land for such a cheap price that I turn around and sell it for 50 cents on the dollar, and I'll sell that thing in a week. I don't want to sell it in a week because I want to build up my buyers list. You know what I mean? But I'll go ahead and I'll sell that thing and quickly. And who's going to be my new buyer? That buyer who bought my property is a new buyer. Tom, are you interested in this? Oh, Gerald, if you can get deals like this. Oh, but guess what? You just volunteered to be my new buyer. So I would say with the Amazon, eBay real estate, it's the way of the world, guys. This is not so much a teaching video. This is more of just like an awareness of what's going on. And just to let you all know, as real estate investors, you don't necessarily need the assistance of an agent. You really don't. You just need to get out there and market yourself and keep getting deals. And actually the deals that don't fit your model, go ahead and kick them out to an agent. And then as they go ahead and they get deals, say, hey, look, you know what, consider me first when you get a deal. Because I can go ahead and take it off your hands. Okay, this is Gerald. Have a good one.